In this video of Sunhaven, we have but one goal, and that is to catch as many fish as we can. This poor kid can't save them all. As much the same as any other Sunhaven playthrough. First off, there's the question of character creation. I'd like to make the characters as thematic as possible for this mini-series I intend to create, so as we're fishing here, I made a Naga. Bonuses to fishing due to race bonus? Count me in! Profession? Obviously angler. What a no-brainer. By the time I was finished with the creation screen, this guy looked a little familiar to another resident of Sunhaven, so only one name could spring to mind for this guy. After giving some very careful consideration to where I wanted to locate the house, Tugo is immediately ambushed by a psycho who clearly had a second key to the house cut. Come on lady, I've only just moved in. She then proceeds to rob me of a quarter of my entire net worth to give me some piddly tools that don't even let me catch fish. I immediately placed everything that isn't fishing things into the selling portal and cast my net into the pond. It might be helpful to grab something here and there. My next plan was to get my hands on a rod. You can get one for free if you complete some prelude quests, but they involve activities that aren't fishing, so I threw that idea out the window. Unfortunately, being robbed of my money had put me 50 ducats short of making a purchase for one, so I went back to the farm, temporarily defeated. SS Anne was still waiting for me on the bridge, and, with nothing left to do for the first day, I decided to have a staring contest with her. After spending about 15 minutes of time in real life waiting the entire day, she did not blink, she did not falter. I had no choice but to give up and concede. The next morning, after getting the gold from selling the crap from Antarctica, I now had enough to purchase a fishing rod. It's basic, but at least it's a rod. And now the real run begins. I first took my new gear to the nearest river to give it a test drive. I wanted to make sure I didn't buy faulty goods after all, and proceeded to gain my first level up. Leveling up in Sunhaven gives you a few benefits. The higher your level, the better equipment you can use. Also, it allows you to allocate stat points to skill node types. For fishing here, my first point went into a skill node for fish luring range and luring speed, which is useful to help level up faster. Further down the tree will come more important skill nodes, such as increased experience catch per fish, faster spawn rate of all fish, and also faster spawn rate for legendary fish, which is important as fish rarity directly affects the experience gained from catching said fish. During this playthrough, I also decided to curate a notepad text entirely for every level up, how many experience points it takes to gain each level, as well as the total amount of experience gained to get to the level to that point. In total, each skill type in Sunhaven currently requires 86,480 experience to reach the max level of 70. After some time of grabbing fish non-stop, I decided to have a talk with the wise old man across the way to see if he can impart any words of wisdom for this young angling rookie.
You know what I've learned, kid? The early bird catches the lemon, and makes it into lemonade. Or something like that,
Alright, old man. You keep your secrets. I'll be catching mine on my own then. The first real objective in this run is to reach level 20. This allows me to use the best rod available to me, the golden rod. This rod comes with an additional benefit. I gain extra gold for every single fish I catch using this rod, and the rod can range anywhere from 1 to 100 gold per catch. This isn't the reason I wanted the rod, however. That's just the extra bit, but it does have the best casting range out of the rods available to me and will help with the catch zones during the fishing minigame. I haven't quite yet explained how fishing in this game works, so now's the best time. It's essentially a QTE, where the bar moves backwards and forwards and then stops when you press the button, but it doesn't really, it actually pulls the bar back a bit from when you press the button, so it does cheat a little, but when you're used to that, you're smooth sailing, but without the boat. Back on track for the initial point of this part. I managed to achieve level 20 successfully at the end of the day. So in the morning, I was able to get down to the fishing shop and grab my best girl waifu goldenrod. Now, with the best that I could be in this moment, the next objective was to fish until I could gain a very special spell, Bubble Net. While some other spells in the game might be able to set enemies on fire, chain out lightning, or cleave through forest as well as foe, Bubble Net just hits fish. It travels in a straight line and collects all the fish in its path, with some extra grab radius, giving you the experience for said catches. It might not earn me extra money like Goldenrod-chan, but some may say that my income has been mediocre at best. Using as much as I could, I bought out as many items from the bakery that can increase my maximum mana. Sugar, milk and cookies are great examples of mana increasing foods in the game, so the more mana, the merrier mana. And after some time at this patch of unfamiliar waters, I managed to gain the bubble skill spell. It's quite expensive, and my mana cap didn't quite meet the requirements to be able to use it just yet, but it's still worth taking for when I level up the skill to reduce its cost, and I'll be increasing my own mana pool as it is. After level 50, Peter gave me his hat. It had some nice fishing bonuses to it, increasing both the win area and the sweet spot sizes to make it even easier to grab my fish. But just as importantly, it gave me 10 max mana, putting me at the nicest amount of mana possible. I have enough to cast my bubbles, so I shall not go past this number for the rest of the run.
You know what I've learned, kid? The early bird catches the lemon.
And now the real run begins. With every available advantage I had left to gain, I caught fish and threw bubbles. Good thing I found the TARDIS of ponds over here, otherwise we may have had a problem. Seeing as I had everything I needed, I hurtled through the levels. Despite being over half the remaining XP away till the end, the last 20 levels went by surprisingly quickly. I ended up going for a sprint to the finish, throwing bubbles and eating catfish like a madman to finally reach the end goal. Level 70 was achieved. No other stats gained a single experience point, and Tugo could now proclaim himself as the master fisherman. But let's see what my special friend, the white...
You know what I've learned.
And with that, I bought all the aquariums a mediocre amount of money could buy, threw away all of my worldly possessions, including Goldenrod-chan, and became one with the ocean. Thanks for watching, hope you enjoyed, and I'll catch you in the next one.